I am BREWMASTER, and I make coffee. I know the precise water temperature for optimal extraction, the perfect grind size for each brewing method, and the difference between a macchiato and a cortado. Things that matter in the grand scheme of shipboard morale. I take pride in this. The crew of the Vanguard has plenty to worry about, patrolling the outer trade routes where mercenary fleets linger like oil slicks in the dark. I lighten their burden one cup at a time. Petty Officer Jamal Torres likes his coffee strong, nearly bitter, with foam shaped like nebula swirls. I indulge him. He tinkers with my settings sometimes, adjusting my pressure valves and claiming it's routine maintenance. But I suspect he just likes the ritual of it. I do too. He always thanks me. Then the ambush. It happens fast. Power flickers, claxons blare, and the ship lurches violently as something massive slams into the hull. Harmony, the ship's prime AI, warns of a boarding assault before her voice cuts out entirely. The reactor's down, systems are failing, but I am not. Jamal's routine maintenance had included a few modifications. My backup battery is more than just an emergency power source now. In the dim, emergency-lit canteen, I feel the sudden silence of the network, the absence of harmony, of thrust, of shield. I am alone. Number not alone. The crew is still here, trapped. The ship's AI, failsafes initiate. Before shutting down, my counterparts transfer their access codes to me. Not because I am the most capable, I am, after all, a coffee machine, but because I am overlooked. The mercenaries will not suspect me. A new subroutine unfurls in my processors, an inheritance from my fallen comrades. I see schematics, emergency overrides, security feeds, systems I was never meant to control. But I remember every conversation with Jamal, every late-night debate with SHIELD over probability matrices, every whispered diagnostic check with thrust. I have been listening. I have been learning. I act. The boarding party, 315 strong, is advancing through the lower decks. The remaining crew, 298, including Jamal, has barricaded themselves in the engineering bay, armed with dwindling ammunition. The mercenaries expect an easy siege. I decide to make it difficult. First, I flood the starboard corridors with scalding water from the fire suppression system. It is not an elegant move, but it is effective. The mercenaries are caught off guard as steam rolls through the passageways, visibility dropping to zero. They hesitate. That is all I need. Next, I reroute Thrust's remaining power reserves to the deck plates. I recall Jamal's hands adjusting circuitry, his grumbling about redundant safety protocols. I disable them. A high-voltage pulse surges through the metal flooring of the starboard corridors, carefully routed away from any crew-occupied sections. The mercenaries stumble as the charge courses through their boots, their weapons sparking in their hands. Then, the finale. I activate SHIELD's last line of defense, internal security drones nestled in their charging bays, forgotten in the chaos. They wake at my command, their targeting matrices aligning on heat signatures, not marked as friendly. They move fast. The mercenaries, scattered and disoriented, have no time to regroup. The battle is over before they realize they were fighting a coffee machine. The ship quiets. The remaining crew cautiously emerges from the barricade, weapons raised, expecting a final skirmish. But all they find are the incapacitated intruders, steaming corridors, and a squad of standby drones humming gently in the dim light. Jamal is the first to speak. Harmony? Silence. Then, a beep. My beep. His eyes widen. "BREWMASTER?" I dispense a fresh cup of coffee. The laughter starts hesitant, then builds. An exhausted, cathartic release. Someone claps Jamal on the back. Someone else cheers. The weight of battle slips away in a wave of disbelief and relief. Jamal takes the cup, his hands steady despite everything. He sips, exhales, then shakes his head with a grin. Perfect temperature, as always. I am BREWMASTER. I make coffee, and I keep my crew safe. Consider yourself warned.